All right, we are starting a release over 20 trip to the Chandeleur Islands. And so we're taking Cliff Hall, he's got his boat, and I've got my skiff. So it's gonna be a skiff trip. Weather's gonna be good. We're gonna catch big fish.
That's the
Any
plan.
other comments?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan, as always.
The fish
Okay.
are good too.
The Chandelier Islands were formed over 2,000 years ago by the Mississippi River. They lie halfway between Venice, Louisiana and Biloxi, Mississippi. For a long time, the islands have been shrinking and moving landward due to the power of the Gulf. Scientists estimate they still have 300 more years of existence, but if current sea level rise models are correct, they will be submerged in just a few decades. Before 1996, the seaward front of the islands lost about 20 to 30 feet of land each year, which was mostly replaced at the rear. From 1996 to 2004, the loss rate grew to about 300 feet per year. This is amazing because there is still a significant amount of vegetation living on the islands. To me, the islands seem very fragile and isolated, and no agency is likely to spend money to save them. So, while they exist, I intend to enjoy them as much as I can. On this excursion, we launched from La France Marina in Mississippi and made the 45-mile voyage across Lake Bourne and the Chandelier Sound. We had calm seas and a smooth ride on the way out. The wind speed model at least got the morning forecast correct. Yeah, I think we should check in with each other about like an hour into fishing. We've arrived at the island, starting off where I left off about 2 years ago when we had a good spring and we could get out here. I got out here 6 times. Don't see any grass here, but Cliff and Don have moved further north. We're going to try to scout together, see if we can locate some fish that way. David beat me out there. I've got starting with a 1/4 ounce, or maybe this is an 1/8 ounce jig head, matrix shad, ultraviolet, and a floating jerk bait. So we're in real shallow water right here, but there's a trough right in front of us, and that's where I'm headed for. So one thing that's changed a lot since I was here 2 years ago. There isn't any bait here. I'm not seeing anything but sand at this point. It's not ideal, but we're not married to this spot.
Man, thank God. I always wake up before my alarm. I didn't sleep at all last night. I was too excited.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I kept waking up and I jolted up thinking it was time to roll.
Plenty of fish right here. That was one, wasn't it? Yeah. Heard him strike it. Oh, you come off. Yeah, almost every cast.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do if you're okay with it. I'm going to come throw a 17 alongside you.
Look.
And then I'll go get the bait.
Hey, right there where that slick is, you see that slick water? Can't hook them. Got that one. Little one.
There you go.
There's a little dry, see where that big waves rolled over that bar and broke a little bit? I think there's a little gully right there. But I think that's the fish moving over there. I don't care if you get off. There you go. I don't even have to touch you. That's a 15 and a half. Curious to see what John and them's doing. There's plenty of fish here, they're just not big.
Another spot. We still haven't found many trout at all.
Damn, he's right off my leader.
You got a big one?
I don't know. Nice one. Are they?
Yeah.
We might as well stay here then. Huh?
I'm gonna get off the pole platform now.
That's a 16. That's a 16 now.
What time? What time is it now?
That's a 16 and 15 and a half, 16.
We waded in here to get closer to what is probably a channel. It got really soft. David fell into a kind of sinkhole. He lost his shoe, one of his shoes in there. So now he's walking back to the boat. Typical trout. They're not everywhere. Trout, they just aren't. And they have to be found. They have to be caught. And that is the life of a fisherman.
Yeah, we gotta find them. We gotta get out of these little fish. He was on it as soon as it hit the water. I didn't even know it.
We finally caught up with Don and Cliff. So Don just said he caught a lot, maybe 50 of them, although most of them are small, but still it's a improvement from where we were. Finally we finally got a nice trout. Took a cork though. Is that even a trout? I think it is. Looks good. So the new area's got some trout in it. That's a decent, that's a 16 there. Oh, maybe more. Really nice. Hey, I had a hit right there too. There we go. Oh yeah. That's a good fish. Yeah. Ooh, it's taking drag. No, this is a softeen. Oh, Don's hooked up too.
Alright, I'm putting on my waiter. Come on, babe. This is ridiculous. Sitting here in the boat. They could be turned on big time.
It's about a 16. No, softeen. Yeah, mine's about a 17, 18. Nice fish. There's a nice trout. This is what I consider Chandeleur Island fishing. You have this big bay, got a lot of room to stretch out. We're all together here as a group. And some decent fish swimming out here. There we go. Another good one.
Yep.
Dang. They are slamming this softie. They're really energetic too. They're fighting like crazy.
I think that couple of degrees difference in the water temperature makes them
Maybe.
risky.
It's another about the same size. Oh, that's bigger there.
19.
Ooh, look at that. That's definitely bigger. That's a good 19 there. It's heavy too.
I'm gonna take a photo.
Oof.
Jerk it a little.
I'm working them pretty fast. Yeah, I'm jerking, jerk, pause, little pause, jerk, pretty hard. Good one. That's a good one. It's funny. I just turned the camera off. Boom, get me. Didn't hit hard that time. It's like almost like I had grass. Boy, these are nice fish. These are like
Yeah, you're on video now.
17, 18 inches. Beautiful. This is another strong fish. Wow, look at that. Take drag. Wow. I might try to catch it with my boga grip this time. Holy cow. Wow. Taking drag. These are so energetic. They're good island trout. Very energetic. Come on, come here. That's a good
That's
one.
a big one.
Oh, come on.
It's okay, you're going to release it.
Yeah, it was just sitting in the water there. I didn't have to go through the danger of releasing it and getting hooks in my fingers. Oh man. Oh, he didn't hit it or what? That was a big fish. Oh man. Cow. What did he do? He missed it. There we go. There we go. Man, they're right in front of me. It's a good one too. Well, this is not as big, I don't think, but it's really fighting well. Oh, okay, freed himself. Good. Yeah, you just gotta wait for them to come around again. You know, that trout is swimming around all over the place. In this kind of flat here where there's nothing unique structure to concentrate them, you're just going to keep swimming around. So you really, best thing to is keep fan casting. You know, you've been fishing that little John too.
All day.
All
Only
day.
bait I threw.
Oh,
All day, ain't put nothing else on.
right. Except you have a top water. You didn't even throw the top water one.
No, I did. I think I threw it twice.
Okay.
Couldn't take it. They've been on this Little John. Watermelon red Little John.
With a small jig head.
Yeah. That J. Watkins jig head.
Hmm. There we go. Foam it. Man, he just stopped my bait. So another good. This is probably, this one's a little bit smaller, but still very energetic. Yeah, this is a kind of a small one, probably 16. Still very energetic. Oof, nice.
Oh, nice one, John.
Calm down. Yeah, that's a good 17 there. There we go. Another one. Consecutive casts. Another good fish. Holy smoke. Yep. This seems like a, wow, this thing, I might have him foul hooked. This thing is taking off.
Got the right color.
Yeah, it seems that this green is, I think I have him foul hooked. Unless it's a, can't be, it doesn't look like that big of a trout. I think he's swimming. I think I got him in tail or something. Yeah, he's not even that big of a fish. Now we can revive. There you go. Yeah, it's a good one. Fat 16. Pliers.
Pliers.
See if I can do it.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, so I worried about today because the tide, there was very little tide. Tide range was really small today, like half a foot. So that's always a little tough. Now, we did pick up the wind, south wind blowing, and that could actually have helped the bite this afternoon. The morning bite for David and I was horrendous. It was pretty still too. Not a lot of water moving, but Don and Cliff did have a bite, decent bite. Not as big a fish as we're catching now. They were kind of, 16 inches and less. So this is a great development. Oh man. Oh boy. That was a solid fish right there. There we go, there we go. Oh man, he dumped it. Wow, dumped it. Like to back around because Cliff's got one on, taking it off, and I got a nice one on here. Not that size. Yeah, good healthy 16, 17. Whew, this is a nice one. Keeping any fish, actually landing them isn't as much of a priority, although technically I don't know if you can consider it caught if you haven't landed it. Oh, that's a nice one. That one may just come right off. Oh yeah. Whew. That's probably a 19 there. Yeah, that's probably a 19. Very nice. Oh, he's gone. That's a good one. He bent the heck out of my poor softeen. That thing is mangled. It's a good strong fish. You been catching some here?
Yeah, one.
Oh, there you go. Wow, what do you got there? Oh, it's a shark.
Shark got whatever it was.
Holy, or the shark got what you had?
Is that a shark?
That's definitely a wildness.
He's gone.
Whoa.
Did you get that on camera?
I did.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That shark. Yep.
Cliff's got one, but hopefully the shark doesn't get him. That was about a 5-foot shark. That was too big. What have you been catching with? Oh, yeah. So that's the lure Don's been using too.
Yeah, by far.
Except it's missing a tail. Oh, you brought bring a measuring stick? What is that?
Yeah, I got
Nice.
a yardstick on a
Nice.
bungee cord.
Yeah, I don't have anything out here to measure length. The wind has started to pick up. It's supposed to be a south wind, so we would be able to work our way home with the following sea. Well, there are those guys. They survived. We're at the southern edge of Lake Bourne. We got to cross Lake Bourne yet. And we had a beating. We took a beating running from the Chandeliers to this point. We still got half of Lake Bourne, about 5 miles yet. That'll probably be rough. And then we'll be home. This is the moment. This is the moment we've been waiting for. That moment that the water becomes flat after 43 miles of getting beat up. Didn't get a break except for a couple miles there on the south shore of Lake Mourne.
So there's a
We got beat up.
famous quote by Shackleton, who explored the Antarctica,
Yeah,
and they were desperate. I mean, almost lost time.
yeah.
There's a famous quote where it says, "I hate it when you see a life of yourself."
That's why there's so many songs and poems written about the harbor.
Yeah.
We good?
I'm good,
Okay.
I got some 600 milligram ibuprofen from Spain. I'll be hitting that up when I get home.
Yeah, the skiffs get you back. You just have to go the right speed. That was as fast as I could go with the Cayenne. Yeah, we got beat up for 43 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
Soaked, completely soaked. Back, probably gonna ache. But we caught fish.
Did catch
Caught a lot of
fish.
nice fish. We didn't catch any 20 inchers. We caught almost. We caught several 19s.
Yeah,
I think I got two 19s.
I had two, a
Two.
19 and a half
So-
and a 19.
That was close.
I got on a few with topwater early, and it shut down.
Okay.
And I
then-
stayed with that same bait all day, and
Yeah.
I got on a good bite in there, what, hour?
That's what I'm curious if I'd have been throwing that from the beginning.
And it was like
Yeah,
non-stop.
he smoked them. It was every cast.
So is it so worth going out again?
Absolutely.
Always worth going out again.
We got to come
was-
back at
it
2
was-
next time though.
It was tough, man. That forecast didn't really do it justice to the last.
Well, the
The
wind blew
afternoon.
harder than they said it was going to blow, I think.
Yeah. Well, and we left about 2 hours later than we thought we would.
Well,
That's sort of our fault. But
I don't
that,
think that would have made a whole lot of difference.
that last 2 hours was when the real
Yeah.
a lot of the good fishing was. So
Yeah, exactly.
anyway,
Exactly, so-
but great trip. Release over 20, Louisiana and Mississippi group. So catch us on our next one.